Hi, and welcome to Taste and Elevate. My name is Vanessa Belia. I created this channel because I'm certified through ISSA as a nutrition coach, and it's always been like a lifelong passion of mine to really discover, what foods are going to really make my body operate at its optimal level, what's going to help me feel the best, look the best, and just operate all together, at my highest level, as I said. So with that, I also wanted to share this for other people because it also, really upsets me when I see people living in a way where they feel like, well, you know what, fast food is right there. It's easy to eat. It's something I've always done, or just eating out of habit without really realizing, what they're doing to their bodies in the long run. And then, we wonder why we're in the doctor's office looking for prescriptions and ways to keep us running and just living very subpar for where you're really meant to be. And so that's something that I hope could motivate you and, help you to see how easy it is to really get to that level of, loving the foods that you eat, seeing them work for you, and, moving in that direction where you're in control. I went through some highs and lows in my own, fitness and nutrition life, through the years. I was a fitness competitor at one point, so I know all about, the 6 meals a day, all the supplements that go along with it, training for 2-3 hours in the gym at a time, just really going hard on that. And then I also know what it is to be a couch potato. So I feel like what I can offer you is relatability. And then, with that too, hopefully you like my recipes because I do like to cook. I have a background in hotel and restaurant management. And, that's what I went to school for in college. It was really awesome and fun to learn. So all these stepping stones, led to giving me a lot of life experience and information that I could share with others. And so why I bring that up is that we had a whole section on nutrition. We also had a whole section on cooking. And that really was my end game. My big life dream was to have my own restaurant as a girl. And I, just had all these ideas, whatever. But, life has a way of moving us around to where we're supposed to be. In my case, I really believe it's the Lord. And and so with that, though, the passions in me never died, where I do love to cook. I love to cook for my family. I love to cook for myself, my friends, whoever wants to eat. And I just like to try different recipes. But the caveat with me is that not only do I just like to cook the regular traditional meals that we like to have or other ones, but I really like to look for the alternative. So that's where you get to get creative. What's the alternative to a lasagna, right? Maybe you like pasta, maybe you don't like pasta, but maybe you want something that, brings you back the memories of what you had growing up in your family, but those foods aren't good for you anymore. So instead of just saying, I can't eat this anymore, I don't like, it's not good for me. You label food as good and bad, Well, we are in 2025, so why don't we start thinking more calculatively and more, wisely as it is, for the foods that are actually available to us, instead of just taking whatever the people that created those original recipes had in front of them, and then over the years, of course, they've just, added so many more different chemicals and different additives to those meals. And let's think about ricotta, right? So ricotta is the type of cheese, as maybe you don't know, it's made from cow's milk. And what they're doing to our cows these days, forget about it. And then we wonder why there's so many cancer, patients and people dealing with a lot of, health problems, and why there's such a major rise in inflammation, and chronic illnesses. And so we're just talking about ways to, enjoy our food, and just think smarter, before just eating anything that's in front of you or taking whatever's available to you at the grocery store. And even financially speaking, like, you don't have to break the bank. This is something that you could do, and making meals really last you a long time, but you don't have to sacrifice the quality. So that's somebody that I want to be for you, and I'm always learning as I go. Forever a student. And that's just something that, I want this channel to be available for you. And maybe you put me on while you're doing the laundry or washing your dishes or working out or whatever, But I hope we can have fun together. I hope this is something that, you know, adds to your life and helps you grow, and helps you love to cook, helps you love to discover new recipes, and really, most of all, love delicious food that works for you. But anyways, I'm going to sign off from here. Subscribe and like, share, you know, if this is channel that is something that, you know, you feel like a friend would like as well. You know, don't hesitate. Definitely spread the word. You know, we're looking to reach as many people as possible. And I hope you have a blessed rest of the day or evening or whenever you're watching this. And thanks for watching. Mwah.